Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. LaFuse, and today we're going to work on rounding numbers to the nearest 10. I am going to show you today how to use a number line to help you when you are rounding numbers to the nearest 10. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write down a number. I'm going to write down the number 73. I know that the 7 is in the tens place, but the number behind it is kind of bossy. So the number in the ones place is going to be bossy. I need to look at that number and I need to think, is it bossy and it's going to tell me to go back, or is it bossy and tell me to go forward? So the first thing I want to think about is I want to think about what tens does 73 come between? 73 comes between 70 and 80. So again, is this 3 going to be strong enough to push me all the way to 80? Or is it not going to be strong enough and it's going to tell me to go back to the 70? One thing I like to do is I like to make a number line. I know that half, or what comes in the middle of 70 and 80, is 75. If my ones is bigger, 5 or bigger, then it's going to be bossy enough to tell me to go to the next tens, which would be 80. If it is smaller than 5, then it's not going to be quite bossy enough, and it's going to tell me to go back to the 70. So I'm going to put 73 right here on my number line. And 73, you can see, is not bigger than 5. That 3 is not bigger than 5, so it is not going to be bossy enough. So I have to go back to 70. So 73 rounds to 70. Okay, let's try another one here with our number line. I'm going to have the number 56. So again, I'm going to draw that number line out, and I know that 56 comes between 50 and 60. I'm going to put that halfway mark in there, 55. Remember, the number that might change is our 10, but we have to look at the ones to see if the ones are bossy enough or strong enough to make us go forward, or if it makes us go backwards. So again, I'm going to label 56 on a number line, comes right after 55. Remember, I told you when that 1 is 5 or larger, then it's strong. So in this case, 56 is strong enough to push it forward to 60. So 56 rounds to 60. Okay. What happens when I have a number that is just a single digit? That's another possibly tricky one. So let's think about that. I have the number 4. Well, what tens does 4 come between? 4 comes between 0 and 10. I'm still rounding to the nearest 10, even though I don't have a number in the tens. So I have to decide, is 4 going to round down to 0, or is it strong enough to round up to 0? Well, I'm going to put my 5 in the middle because I know that 5 comes between 0 and 10, and then I'm going to label my 4 right next to the 5. Remember, 5 is that number that decides if it's strong enough or not. 4 is less than 5, so when I'm rounding 4 to the nearest 10, it actually rounds all the way down to 0. So 4 rounds to 0. Okay, this is just one strategy to help you with rounding to the nearest 10. Your teacher has provided you with some practice, so that you can go out and try this strategy or one that maybe you have seen before to help you learn how to round to the nearest 10. Good luck.